Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Made with Love. My name is Heather and today I'm going to make some Valentine gnomes. So I've got a couple different of these like vitamin bottles. I'm going to save this larger one and for another craft. But I just want to show you like this works with any size. I just love the size of these vitamin bottles. So save them. So I'm just going to take the lids off. I don't need the lids for this, but I do have another craft I want to make for Valentine's Day using the lids. I'm going to set the lids aside. I'm just going to still some of this. It's not going to make much of a difference if this is sitting here, but if I just peel some more of this last little bit of the lid off, then I can glue some cardboard up to the top of here. Just kind of gives a nicer base. I'll be just grabbing some cardboard. I didn't grab any, but I will just go grab a chunk of cardboard and just glue a piece of cardboard on there. If you don't know, I'm going to make a pair of Valentine gnomes. And this one still got some of this plastic on here. I'm just trying to take that off as well. The bottles themselves have already been washed and the labels removed. They are still a little sticky, but that's okay because I'm going to be covering them up. So for their body, I've got this huge felt drop sheet. I've been using this for so many projects, and I'm still on the first one. In fact, it doesn't even look like I've used any at all, which is this being like 4 feet by 8 feet or 4 feet by 5 feet. I don't know, there's a couple different measurements, I forget. Or I mean, it's either 4 feet by 8 feet or 5 feet by 8 feet. One of those two sizes. So it's quite a big piece of drop cloth. So I'll be, covering them with this. I also have a different tool, this glitter tool. So I got this white one, and this is all I have left for my white. And I got two rolls of the pink. And I just thought it'd be kind of cute to give the girl gnome a little skirt, like with this and the white. I wasn't quite sure, but I just thought it'd be kind of cute if I gave her a little skirt, just so she looks a little bit different than the boy gnome. This is the only ribbon I could reach this morning. It's just it's Happy Valentine's Day. So it's my Valentine ribbon. I do have a piece of that faux fur trim to make his beard. And then I couldn't get to my other yarn that I love, so I just have a couple different colors. I got 3 different colors, 2 of each, because I just wasn't quite sure what color I want to make her hair. But I thought I could kind of make her some braids using this emery floss. I've got so much of this that it really doesn't matter. I mean, I was even thinking, if I didn't really want to do anything, if I wanted to save this for another day, just kind of pull this up to there and just put the glue on this one. I'll just pull it this way and just glue it up there, and then just have this all just straight down and just put a little something there so she'll have, like some hair without even cutting this or anything. Just an idea I had, just depending on what I'm going to be doing. I have these little bottles of these different glitters that I got, and some of them do have the little hearts in there. So I got hearts in gold, and that white one have the hearts? I can't quite tell. No, it doesn't look like it. It could be. Or no, it's just something else. I don't know. I can't tell this white one if it's supposed to be hearts or if it's just little shimmering circles. I can't tell. I'd have to dump it out and see, but I've got the gold hearts. I've got red and purpley color hearts. I've got some pink ones, and then I've got some blue. Yeah, so it looks like some of them, so the dark one is heart. This one is these other little shapes, like a circle or octagon. So let's see, I think that's this one too. This one here is the heart. This is the other shape. But this one here, both sides look like they're both hearts. Or no, the dark one here, this one is the heart. This one's the other shape. Okay, it's just hard to tell through the bottles and the packaging in this light, but so I've got those. I've got my scissors, and then I also had some felt. So I'm just going to be using a piece of felt to make their hats. I've got some of this other, like I said, it's just whatever I was able to access. So I got this little piece of cardboard here. It's kind of this animal type print, and then I got a couple of these just because I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna do. I did find 2 of these little hanging hearts. I think they might be actually just too big for here, but I wasn't sure. Like, I think if I was gonna make one of this size, then yeah, see, that would be a good size heart for this one, but just too big for these ones. But I'm just pulling out lots of different things I have. I think these are actually for Christmas. I think they're supposed to be snowflakes, but I'm like, if I put a heart gem or something here, I can make it look like a flower. I also recently got these from Dollarama, and these are the adhesive metal roses. So I got red and silver just to decorate them. And I also have these stickers. This is like, I recently got these stickers from Dollarama as well. So you have 3 sheets, these floral stickers. And then there is even a couple little packs with these little, what do you call them, little gemstones, little colored gemstones. And then some of the stickers actually have the little gemstones on them. So this is what I've got to work with. So I'm just gonna go and grab some cardboard and just gonna cut out and glue some cardboard on the top of this. And I'm just going to also just roll this out and get 2 pieces of this cutout to cover up the body. So when I get this cut out and the cardboard pieces cut out, I'll be right back. Right, so I got my 2 pieces of the felt cut out, and I've got my 2 cardboard pieces cut out. Now it was hard to hold this still and try to trace around this because the size of the bottle, the difference. So I just grabbed the lid and I just traced the lid. So my little cardboard pieces are a little bit too big, but it's easier to glue if it's a little bit too big than if it's too small. So it doesn't really matter which way I have up or down. So I'm just going to put the glue on the top of this rim here. And put the lid on, or put the little cardboard on. Just move my camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I can easily just go and trim this a little smaller if I have to. I'm just going to glue this and I'll answer my phone and I will be right back. Alright, so I've got these glued, and yes, they are going to be in my way, but that's okay. Sometimes it's better to have some overhang and it's easy to trim than, than trying to have it too small or just right. Sometimes having these just right on here is tricky too, because you want the hot glue to be able to adhere to it. If you cut it exact size, and sometimes you can't get the glue where you need it to, the glue is going to spill out. So I like to cut some of my pieces a little bit bigger and then kind of trim off. And it's not really going to matter how, oops, felt like I did. No, it is glued. It just felt like it was not glued in the one spot. No, it doesn't really matter if there's much of it. If it hangs over, because it's not going to be seen, so I'm going to be now covering it. And I don't have a garbage can in my craft room at the moment. I'll just set those on the floor. I just don't know where else to put them. Okay. So now this is this drop cloth. So one is the felt and the other has this more plasticky side. So I want the plasticky side on the inside of the bottle. And again, I cut this a little bit bigger than I would need as well. Some glue there. Just put this on here. And just roll it around. I just want to make sure I'm getting this lined up good. I also want to make sure I did cut enough. And something happened in there. Just should have been gone around, but I see I glued it a little crooked. Okay. There. Now I've got it. See, just when you roll, if you go a little crooked, then I got a nice seam. So the seam will always be at the back anyways, but there we go. So that one is done. I am burning my fingers. And then same with up here, I left it a little bit overhang, so now I'm just gonna put some glue around the top part of the bottle. And I'm just gonna press the felt in around. Don't have to do this, but I just like to make sure it's all glued well. And then anywhere where I think it needs a little bit more, like this outer part here, if I just want to put a little dab of glue, just a few other places, just so the excess material is just kind of held in place. I'm just going to finish this one, and then I'll wrap the other one in a few minutes. I do have finger guards. I don't know where they are. When I do stuff like this and I burn myself, I'm like, yes, I do have the finger guards, and yes, I should be using them. I have to say, honestly, right now, I don't know where they are. And then same with down here. I've got a little bit overhang at the bottom, so I'm just gonna glue this down. Now we get the nice, more of a finished edge, the nice seam, and everything is glued down to the bottom. And of course, I will be cutting out, I just remembered I forgot to do that. I always cut out the circle for the bottom as well out of the felt. So I'm just gonna set this one aside. I'm just gonna let this cool. Oops, I missed a whole big chunk here. Now let this one cool. I'm just gonna go and wrap this one and then cut out the 2 circles for the bottom, and then I'll be back to do the next step and get this glue off my finger. Okay. Right, so I've got them covered, the bottom as well. Just cut out a piece of the circle felt and just hot glued it on. It's still a little sticky or warm, so I'll just have to give that some time to cool. So I'm going to find the seam is the back, so I'm going to have the back facing me. Let's see, I think, where did I put it? Okay, because here's the tool. I just want to see how this looks. This glitter tool. Just see. I think I can make her a really nice skirt out of this. So before I do that, I think I'm gonna make their hats, only because where did I put? I just dropped my felt. Just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, just the pack of felt rolled in front of my table and I just couldn't quite reach it. So I got this pack, it's 6 pieces. I think this was from Dollar Tree. Yes, I think this one here is from Dollar Tree. This is the all I can reach today was this felt. So I got the pink, white, a blue, purple, green, and yellow. So I think I'm going to use the pink and the blue. So I'm just going to make sure I get, I want to make a hat. Just got to make sure that it's going to cover this. He's gonna give him a nice hat. So on this short piece here, I'm just gonna put a strip of hot glue and then just roll it into a cone and just kind of get it to fit over here. Once I get it in place, I can always add a little more glue where I need it. Like that. And then I'm just going to trim this just in a more circle shape around. Like that, and I've got a nice cone, and that should be the right size. It just fits on like that. So I'm going to make another one out of the blue. Same thing, just going to put, I'm suddenly just starting to lose my voice. Just put a little bit of the glue on this edge here. And just roll it in on itself. Now a little more glue to help hold it in place. My glue just seems to be extra hot today. I don't know. Last time I was using the glue gun, it wasn't heating up and it wasn't doing anything. Today it's just overheating, so I don't know. I think I'm just going to cut this like that and put this on. So now he's got his hat and she's got her hat, and I just want to line up the seam of the hat to the seam of the back. So make sure it looks, oops, there we go, like that. And I know it looks a little funny because the hats are actually a little smaller, but that's okay because I'm going to add some more decorative stuff around on the hat, some trim. Just going to fix her hat because it's just coming undone. His hat seems fine. That's good. So hats. So I'm going to do his beard. So I've got my faux fur here. So just going to make a little mark right where I need to trim it, and I just got to grab my little things and put it over here on this other table. My X-Acto knife. There it is. And to cut this, you find like the fur has like a way that is going down. So I want to cut from the back only, and I want to follow the kind of like the way it's made, or it wants to, you know, the way it's stitched. And you cut at the back because you don't want to cut through the fur. You just want to get this back lining stuff. And as you can tell, this is going really good because brand new blade. But every once in a while you get a piece that just doesn't want to get cut. There, so I got a nice piece of fur. And then I want to make it more like a beard. So we'll go up to here. find the halfway. I'm just going to kind of make it a little more round looking. Like that, and then I lay this kind of here, and then it kind of gives me an idea of where I kind of went. It's a little more jagged, but that's okay. I can just follow kind of where I'd gone. Right here, I kind of did something funny when I pulled it on this side. I got this, just even this out a little bit here. There. Got his beard kind of cut out. Glue on the top part of the beard. Just glue it on, so now he's got his beard. And then there's the hat. And I know the hat doesn't touch the beard, that's okay. Like I said, I'm gonna add some more trim to the hat. I just, you know. So that's him so far, and then here's her. So now I gotta do her hair. So this little thing rolling away on me. Let's see. Okay, so now I know the color of her hat. It's this color. So I think I'm gonna use this dark. And all I'm going to do is I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna snip, open up all the little ends here. Get through them all. On that side, I'm just gonna open this up. Like that. I'm going to do the same with this one. So I'm just going to and open this up down the center. Oops, I missed something here. This here. I'm just going to pull this out like that. And she's got some yarn here for her hair. So. Oh, see, she's got hair. I'm going to fix that because I don't have it, quite even, so I'll just play around with that. So I'm just going to, I don't want to add any more hair. I think that'll be okay because then her dress is going to come up, and then her nose, and then I got to do a little bit of decorative trim around her hat. So I'm just going to play around with her hair, and I'm just going to go and get my other what is it called, yarn. I forgot my big fat chunky yarn, so I'm going to do the trim around their hats. So I'll be back in just a few moments. All right, so I went looking. I can't find my faux fur ribbon trim. But I have a couple of these. These were fuzzy handles off a gift bag that I'd used for something else. And I think it's just gonna work. It's not quite the color I wanted, but it gives me the thickness that I need. So I'm going to, got this one chunk of this microfiber car chamois from the dollar store. So I think there should be enough here that I can wrap. Let's see, because that's what I need. I'd rather have it white than red. So there is enough in this little cloth here. Cut it in half, and I'm just going to wrap these two handles in the white. I need the bulk, and I need the, the thickness and the everything just to kind of make it look better. So you just kind of use what you have on hand. So I'm just going to put this here. I'm just going to grab my glue gun again. I'm just going to put a strip of glue down the middle. Put this down. So I'm just kind of gluing this red one right down the center. And then I'm just going to wrap it up. Put another glue stick here. This side, the really cut side I'll do first. Wrap it over and then glue the final side. No. Cat decided that he should eat the cord for the glue gun right now. No, baby, don't do that. My glue gun the trigger is stuck. It does this once in a while. These are just these cheap glue guns from the dollar store. There's one thing I want to get is a better glue gun. It's on my list of things to get, but not at the moment. I'm sure everybody's got stuff that crafting stuff that they know that they need and they can use, but it's just not the time to purchase things that I'm going to be moving fairly soon, so I can wait. I can get this glue gun to last a little longer. Okay. Like that. That just gives me the thickness. Now I know this didn't quite glue completely over. That's okay because you're not going to see it because this will be tucked inside. But that's what I needed. I need this bigger, thicker trim. I'm going to do his hat first. I'm actually going to glue his hat on and then glue the trim from the outside, so then I know right where I need the trim to be to kind of hide everything and make it all look good. I'm going to glue his hat on. Now, if I was actually smart, I would have put his beard up a little higher, but I thought the hat was a little longer than it was. I also thought I had the other trim. But see, when I put this on the hat, I can put this down just a little bit lower. So make sure I've got enough that it's going to come right to the back. It's going to look like that. So now I can just put the glue on the front. go around the sides. I mean, one thing with the hot glue is you can always add more glue if you need it. I'm just trying to use this just to kind of hold it where I need it to go. Just a quick bit of hold here. Davey, no. Now he's trying to eat the cord for the lamp. No, no. I'm gonna get electrocuted. I'm just gonna trim this off. I didn't want to cut it until I knew right where I needed to trim it. Now this is gonna be, this red is showing, so I'm just gonna tuck this, glue this one down. I'm gonna tuck this white one inside to hide the red. Just give me a second. He's gonna get electrocuted. I don't know why he wants to eat the cords right now. Okay, just gonna put a lot of glue right in here on top of this red one. And so I'm just gonna push this white one over there and just try to hide as much of that red as I can. That, if there's any more red, I can always just add a little more glue and pull it over a little bit more. I think I'm gonna need to. Just gonna pull this a little bit more over. There, so now his hat is done. I left a space, like I said, there is a few spaces where I didn't put a lot of glue, and one spot is right there, right where his nose has to go. Ah! No! You're gonna get electrocuted. Why aren't you on the wires today? Okay. So I got this little interesting little container here full of lots of little things. So I was looking for their noses. I've got these plastic beads. I've just got different colors here. I wasn't quite sure what color of nose I wanted to give them. These are colors. Let's see. Because I'm going to glue his nose on, so I want it to be able to be seen. I'll give him a red nose, and then I'll give her a pink nose. It's just these big plastic beads from the dollar store. Some glue up there. Stick the bead in there. So he's got his little nose. I mean, it's not as big as like their nose, but that's okay. Sometimes I like them to have cute little small noses. Other times I like their noses to be extra big. It just kind of depends on what you like. I think this looks cute today. Now for her, I got to get her hair in place. So like I said, I just took 2 of these packages. I'm just going to see. I don't need much hair at the back, but I want her hair to be at the side. So I'm just going to put, either I'm going through a lot of glue sticks or I just dropped a brand new glue stick on the floor when I was getting my cat to stop eating the extension cords and stuff. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just right here across just the little bit, like a third of this lid, maybe a quarter. I'm just going to pick up the hair. I'm just going to stick it on here. That. So make sure it's glued on. I think I missed a few places over here. And once the hat is on, it's going to help hold that. And then I want to get some of these pieces to come forward. So I'm going to put some glue just under here. I'm just going to glue it down right here. And the same right here. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here. I like my male gnomes with the beards. I like my girl gnomes with hair. I mean, I've seen some people do girl gnomes with beards and hair, but I guess it's just whatever you like. I like to be able to tell the difference between the girls and the boys. Like that, so I'll glue her hat in place. And then I'll trim up a little bit. Just because I think it's a little long, but that's okay. I will leave it like that for now. I'll trim that in a second. Well, I guess I gotta finish making her trim on her hat. Maybe I am really going through this amount of glue sticks today trying to get this all made. If this isn't gonna work with me, I'll have to go and find a different glue gun and plug it in. It's just, this trigger is just stuck. It won't. There is a time when you realize you really have to throw your glue gun out and get a new one. Just take that out and just... And I'm just covered in glue now because I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go and find my other glue gun if I want to continue doing anything else. I'm just gonna finish her hat and finish making this, get her hat glued on, and then I'll be right back. Right, so I got her hat on, so now I'm just gonna glue in her nose. I did look, I can't seem to find my other hot glue gun right now, so I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with this one for now. Got her nose, oops. Just kind of slid. lid. There. Just got her nose, and I will trim up her hair, but I'm going to wait till after I make her skirt. I'm just going to set them aside. I'm going to grab the tool and make her little skirt. It's very easy. Take this double-sided sticky tape off of here. I'm just going to cut this into little strips. I'm not even measuring, but I want about the same size. Let's see. These are about, this is in centimeters. My mat I've got right now is centimeters, so it says it's about 4.5 centimeters. So probably, you know, like a good 2-inch strips or so. Cut a bunch of these. As for him, I'm not going to give him any clothes only because his beard just kind of covers it. Oh, this glitter is just... I cut this, the glitter's just coming up. So I don't even know how many strips I'm cutting. I'm just going to cut a bunch. And then to attach it, I'm just going to get a hair elastic, or you can use an elastic band or a piece of string. And I'm just going to loop it around. I always found, when I made that, I found that was just a really easy way to make a skirt for the little gnomes. After we move, I've got some really cool gnomes I really want to get into making, and I'll have more time, and I really want to get into like giving them arms and feet and stuff. There's a good amount so far, so I'll just keep cutting some of this. I'm just going to do a few more strips, and then do I have a hair elastic? Shoot, I don't even have a hair elastic right now in my craft room. I used to always have a jar of, you know, hair elastics and stuff in here, but I cut my hair off, and so I don't need them to pull my hair back, so I don't think there's any here, so I'll have to run to the kitchen and grab an elastic, unless I got one in here. You never know what you've got in little containers like this. Oh, a Swiss Army knife. Like I said, you never know. I'm pretty sure everybody who does crafting has a little junk container. Oh, look at that, little Valentine hearts in here. I'll take those out. Didn't know they were in here. I got a Christmas tree, flamingos, lots of little Santa hat. So it's just an assortment of odd little things. They just kind of get dumped into a container like this. So I'm just gonna go and grab an elastic, and I'm just gonna cut some more strips. I'm gonna cut some from the white as well. So when I get all the strips cut and the elastic, then I'll be right back. So it wasn't much of the white one, it was just an odd, weird piece. So I just cut into odd, just kind of fold it and just kind of cut it however it was gonna get cut. This pink one, it was a whole roll of the tulle. So now I'm just gonna, little elastic here, just gonna put it up, try to figure out how high I need her skirt to go. So pull her hair out of the way so I don't pull it out. And I'm gonna start with the white. So I'm just gonna grab a piece. Actually, see, this is still too thick, I can even just cut this in half a little more. And then I'm just gonna fold it kind of in half. And just kind of tuck it underneath and then through the little loop, pull these through. Like that. So this white one, it's just gonna give it some fullness to it. I guess I just randomly cut these into strips. There, that's better. This one is just too long, so I'm just going to undo. This one, I'm just going to cut this one in half. I wasn't sure how long these were going to be. Like I said, it's pretty easy, so I'm just going to cut this in half. Oh, unless you pull too tight and you snap the elastic. So I'm just gonna grab a new elastic and not pull quite so hard. And I'm just gonna continue with the white ones. When I get the new elastic on and the white ones on, I'll be back to do the pink on top. Okay, so there's her skirt with just the white. And I'm gonna say this elastic was not the best. I actually prefer the hair elastics to this rubber band. The rubber band is twisting and then it's making, as I'm making the loops, it's twisting around and it's making some of these want to go up and some want to go down. So it kind of looks like I've just, my little loop things, some look like they're going backwards. So now I'm just gonna do the pink one. So I'm just gonna pull it tight and make a loop, and then just gonna find a spot here and just push it through, put it behind, and then pull the other two end pieces through the loop and pull, and then it's tied on. So I'm just gonna do this to all these pink pieces now. I'm just gonna pull it so it's a little bit thinner and longer, and then just randomly just loop these in here. I'm not doing spacing them out in any particular order. I've got a lot to do, so I'm just gonna move her around. I'm just gonna keep doing this. I don't know how many of these white ones I did, and I don't know how many pink ones I've got. So just using whatever supplies I have, that's what I'm using. So when making things, it's always fun just to use up any little random things. Now, one thing I love about this tool, or even the mesh, it is so forgiving. If your pieces are cut longer or shorter, once it's like this, you don't even notice that. So I'll show like this one here. This one here, it's only, like by the time I did the loop, it's barely the like the top part of my thumb, and then you got these other ones here that are probably about the length of my middle finger. And when they're, all fluffed out, you can't even tell that the different sizes of big or small. They just kind of all blend in, and they all just look like, and it also doesn't matter how thick the pieces are cut. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner, but once they're on here and they're all fluffed out, you don't even notice. I mean, there might be a few pieces here and there that might look a little bit longer, but I find sometimes having a little bit longer ones at the back and a little bit shorter ones at the front just make it look like you have wanted it that way. So I'm just going to continue adding the pink ones in here. I really love this little skirt here that she's got. I said just pulling the tool apart and then just uncurving it or like unwinding it and just spacing them out. You'll get a little bit more pink in there. So I've got this amount to do. Again, I'm just pulling it tight. You can even see that it's not even cut straight and it's kind of cut jagged. Some of my scissor, choppy scissor cuts. And sometimes when I even do the initial fold, I'm not even getting it perfectly even. I don't really care about that. It's not going to be noticeable. If you're trying to make everything precise and you make one mistake, you might notice it. But if you just randomly do however, it's less noticeable. So I don't know how long this is going to take me, but I'm just going to continue putting these through here. Just like I say, just pull it tight so it kind of forms into a little roll, and then you just kind of make a loop. Pull it through over the elastic and then pull the two loose ends through the loop at the top and pull tight, and it's tied. And I'm sure there's other ways to do like looping on here, but I just found that when I make my wreath, this was one of the fastest ways. And now I do this for my little girl gnome skirts. I just think it is so cute. So like I said, I'm just going to continue doing this, and then I will be back when I get all the pink on, and then I'll be back to decorate their hats. All right, so it's taken me almost an hour to get all this tulle on here, and I still had a few strips left, and I was trying to figure out what to do with her hair. So I just kind of left her hair like that. I just kind of tied a few of these strips of tulle in her hair. I'm just going to tie a couple more just because I think it kind of looks cute. It looks like her hair's in little bows. That's all. I'm going to do one more on this side. Just a nice light little bow. Her hair's kind of some frilly bows. It's hard to see with all this. I've got just a few more pieces, so I'm just going to take these last couple. I'm just going to take two of them. I'm just going to pull them tight like this, just so I can get the last couple just kind of tied in here. So I'm just going to loop it around the back, and I'm not even doing a full thing. I'm just going to tie these in here. And same with these last two, just because I just want to kind of get these finished. It's taking me all morning to get to this point. So here we go. Just kind of tie those last ones, just kind of loosely tie them in the back somewhere, just so they're out of there. So now she's done. She's got her dress, she's got her hair. I'm just going to flip this down a little bit. Sorry, just the glitter. I think it's just the glitter. Okay, there we go. I'm just flipping this up, although I think I'm just going to spin this around. I think this was the front because it's a little bit shorter, and this is the back because it's a little bit longer. Let's see, does that work better? Yes, that looks better. So to kind of get her dress back flipped around. It's a little bit shorter at the front. Can't really see your hair as much as I thought you'd be able to see your hair. The little things. I do have another strip of the white stuff somewhere. I might tie a little bit of the white in her hair. just so it's a little easier to see. And then here's him. So now I'm just going to grab my little bead things that I had. I just set everything on the floor. I was running out of room. Okay. I also had found some pink and blue bling wrap. I'm not going to use these. I thought I might to put around their hats, but I like this thick full fur trim instead. And then I did find these stickers, padded hearts. These are from Dollarama, and they were kind of in the wedding section. No, I don't think they're stickers, but I just thought they were kind of cute. I might stick some on their hats. Like I said, I had these. I think these are just too big. I'm not going to use those. And I had these little ones here. With the colors, I don't think I'm going to use these ones. And then I had all these other glitter. And I think I'm just going to use these little hearts. I'm just going to pour out. Oh, they're just white. They're like a satin type of a thing. So I think they're just bead hooks. They're glue sticks again. Stick a little white heart on the top of his hat and a little white heart on the top of her hat. We'll do one on each side. Kind of like that. And I think for her, actually, I think I'm going to put a little white heart on her hair. Just so you can see where her hair would be. Stick one there. Just on the bottom, the ribbon that I kind of tied in her hair. Oops. Just kind of got to flip this back. Maybe I'll get one more. There were 2 hearts in her hair. You can definitely see where her hair is. That looks good. You can definitely see her hair, and I'm going to have to fix this. This skirt kind of flipped up funny. She's kind of stuck. When I moved the skirt around, some of the little things kind of got twisted. As I said, I didn't like this elastic. This elastic, when you twist it, it kind of bends on itself. Whereas the hair elastics are thicker and they don't really do that. But again, it's just using what I had. There's a little girl gnome and there's a little boy gnome. Now let's see. I think they still need something. No, I do have these little pouches here with this glitter in here. I'm going to, if I can get these to come out. So I can see, yeah, see that's the heart. And then, yeah, here's the pink one. And I guess I have to cut this one open. a tiny heart on. Oops. Twisted. I don't know if I can get it to go straight. I like that. That looks so cute. Just a little something in the center of these white hearts. If I can get the heart going the right direction. I don't want the hearts upside down. So if I had my little tweezers, I'd be using my tweezers. Like I said, just wanted to get some crafting done. Just want to make some things. There. I like that. That looks so cute. And then same with him. I'm just going to give him a little, oops, didn't need that many dumped out. I'm going to put a little blue one up there. Blue one up here. And I think I'm just going to give him a few little blue ones just cause. Oops. I guess the glue already dried. Like that, so I'm just going to give him some little blue hearts going up his hat. I think it just looks kind of cute. Like that. I kind of like that. It gives him something. Just see one up there. So I'm going a little sideways. That's okay. I'm just going to leave them the way they are. It looks so cute. So there's the little boy gnome. And there's the little girl gnome. I'm just going to change her, oops, the way her hat is. Yes, I don't always like my gnomes with their hats like straight pointed. I'm gonna kind of give hers an interesting little curve to it. There, that kind of looks cute. Okay, so I'm just gonna fix her hat and his hat, and I'll be right back. So there's my little gnome. So I'm just going to move him out of the side just so you can see how she looks. I'm going to spin her around so you can see just how big and poofy I've made her skirt here at the back. It's a little bit funny here. I did find a couple more pieces of the tulle, which I figured I need another piece up here just because this wants to kind of blend in, and it kind of needs a little bit more length down here. So I do have a couple extra pieces of pink that I just tool I found on the floor. So I'll just put those in, but there's her. So first side, so you can see him just, and there he is. So I've got his hat, all the little blue hearts in there. I'm just gonna clean up some of the glitter strings, but there we go. See, I didn't really do too much with him. He was pretty simple, basic. You know, like I said, you can make these as more elaborate as you want. I thought I could actually make him an outfit. I just can't find any of my other material. So he's just gonna stay like that for now. And here's her, same thing. I just gotta fix some of this glue here on her hat. I just went to kind of give her an interesting hat, and then it just kind of, the felt just kind of crumpled in on itself. So I like that sometimes. When you don't really know what you're gonna end up getting or making, you just kind of play around with it till you get what you like. I'll just turn him like that so you can see all the little hearts on his hat. All right, again, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who's subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye.